Hello and welcome to the Madhouse UK podcast. I'm Steve Tierney, but today I'm not doing a podcast. Said I wasn't going to do another one until the new year, and this is New Year's Eve. But I've been sent a player contribution. It's the first time I've had one of these, and I just want to say that players are absolutely welcome to send contributions of any kind, and wherever possible, I'll try and get them in because I think it's great to have additional content and fresh content from other people. And so, without further ado, I shall begin it.
My lord, she's back. Lorenda has returned. Duke Gustavius Soulsaver immediately looked up from the map of Bereny he was contemplating as Castle Whitehaven's steward approached. She's back. Is she alone? Yes, my lord. Yes, she is. Welcome back, my daughter. It's been more than a year. How are you? How did your search for your mother go? I'm well, father, and pleased to be home, but I do not have good news. Gustavius seemed to shrink and grow older as he faced his daughter and read the news in her face. I found mother, or at least where she had lived. Deep in the ice I found a cavern where someone had clearly been living for many years. How I found it I do not really know, but I just felt called that way to that place, like something was, I don't know, willing me to find it somehow. Mother was not there, but I found two things I have brought back to you. Lorenda held out a scrap of parchment in a trembling hand and placed a scimitar on the table beside Gustavius, a fairly crude weapon that seemed to be formed out of pure ice, pulsing with an eerie bluish-white light, waves of cold rising off the weapon in fluctuating waves. Gustavius reached out and took the parchment. It was a letter, a last letter, and as he read it aloud, tears filled his eyes. My love, as I write this letter, I pray to the Six that it will one day find its way into your hands. I'm dying. I cannot find a way out, and my strength is finally failing. I cannot continue existing in this place, yet I believe I can do one last thing for you and our family. In this cavern is a small amount of some strange magical alchemical I have never seen before, and I believe that I can use it to bind ice into a permanent home for my spirit. I will soon die, but before that happens I intend to construct a weapon from these substances and infuse myself into it. My body will be gone, but if this works my spirit will live on in a form that can protect and aid you for all time. If I am successful, wield this weapon with honor and know that I am with you and will always love and defend you. Gustavius, Lorenda, Alara, your wife, your mother, has always and will always love you. I wish I could come home, but I cannot. I will be with you in spirit forever. I love you. After long minutes, Gustavius lifted his bowed head, tears streaming from his eyes and falling onto the map of a breaking Bereny. He reached out his hand and grasped the hilt of the scimitar. As he did so, he had a sudden vision of Ladrana crafting the form out of ice and the alchemical, casting ice sprite after ice sprite into the blade, and finally pouring all of her life, her essence, her very self into it. Her body disappeared as the life left her, and the weapon took final form and began to pulse with inner life. He felt his own powers increase as he grasped the blade, particularly his defences and resistances. He heard Ladrana's gentle sigh in his head as he took hold of the weapon which held her essence. Even now, she thought, she seeks to protect and support. He stood, tall, resolute and strong again, a new determination in his slitted yellow eyes, a sign of how his own time lost under the ice had changed him, and he looked anew at the map of the kingdom and held aloft Ladrana's legacy.